Hey everyone, Coach Lisa here from Challenge U Softball and CUDIT Concentric Hitting. I want to share with you something that I have all my certified coaches go through and learn. It's 5 concepts of training when doing drill training for your private hitting lesson. I'm going to share with you 2 of those concepts today in a CUDIT circuit to work on mental training as well as really detailed elite skill training for all hitters out there, baseball and softball. So the 2 concepts of the 5 CUDIT concepts that we're going to work on today is going to be hand-eye and isolation. Hand-eye is really excellent because it teaches the batter to zone in on their target. All right, so it's excellent for their eye work, their vision, their focus, as well as mental gains where they have to be really controlled in what they're doing and mentally controlled in their mind as well. So it's kind of being in a state of flow, which is called in the zone in a sense. So for this, what I'm going to use C.U.D.I.T. There's a link to the C.U.D.I.T below that I like to use. Nothing too heavy, nothing too light. And a yoga ball. Now the C.U.D.I.T is the hand-eye work. The yoga ball is the isolation. There's a link to this whole kit that you can get for this circuit below. So make sure you check those out. I always try to get the cheapest, most affordable. And whenever you buy a training tool, make sure you save it because these things add up over time. Now, what you're going to have your player do for the isolation part, it depends how skilled they are. You're going to have your player sit on the yoga ball. Now, what does this do? Well, it's comfortable for them. It gives them a really stable balance and flow when they're about to go into their release of their upper extremity to become concentric, as you know from what we've discussed. And it has them kind of fight the urge to be off balance and wobbly. A lot of young players, what they do is they'll bounce and they'll get into it a little too much and they'll start dipping and they won't be in control. So that's one reason that I like the yoga ball a lot. You have to be in control because it moves. Second thing is you have your tee. What type of tees do I use? I've been asked that a lot. Personally, I use the Tanner tee. I've spent so much money on tees that were like 20 bucks, the plastic ones. And when I added up everything that I spent, it was definitely like worth like 12 of these guys. So this I've had for like 3 years now, and now they're all throughout the facility. So I use my Tanner tee for those that were asking. There's a link below for that too, so you get steered in the right direction. On top of that, I have my skinny bat, and we're going to progress to a CUDIT circuit. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your ball on. And you're going to talk to your player in a sense where you got to let them understand this is a detailed circuit. We're not just going to go through drills just to do them. I want you to break apart their body into segments. So right now we're talking about the upper extremity and the core. It's excellent to have your player start in what I call the power line, which is shoulder to elbow, aka separation of top half. You can teach this to a 6-year-old, trust me. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your player up, all right? They're going to be in a nice, focused, strong, solid state, and you're going to ask them to get into that power line phase. The more you use these terms, the more power it'll bring to the actual concept of doing it. So you're going to have them line up their knuckles and just kind of check that they're nice and loose but comfortable and not in a position that they wouldn't be in their stance. So as a private lesson coach, you have to pay attention to detail. That's all of CUDIT. Detail is key. Elite detail training. Line up your knuckles. Have your player up. Okay, this will be their stance right here. And ask them just to kind of imagine the pitcher's right there in their stance. Now, have them go into their power line, aka their separation. Right now, ask them, what do you feel eccentric? What do you feel loaded up? And use that term eccentric because there's just so much power to it. I mean, the kids love it. It feels super smart, and that's truly what's happening to the muscles in our body. So, eccentric in the power line. Check, shoulder to elbow. Now, they don't start like this. You make sure that this is what they know this is for their separation. What you're going to do is have the player control themselves on the ball. Eccentric, concentric. So what am I doing here? I'm paying attention to detail. I'm having the player learn eccentric, concentric release, keeping that bat close to their deltoid on the release, and they're in a state of flow in their mindset. As they progress for this part 1 of the drill circuit for hand-eye work and isolation, have them go all the way through. Eccentric power line, release. And this forces the player to make sure that they're tight and clean throughout. It's an extremely tiring drill because your muscles are being pulled in such an, in my opinion, awesome way, just like that full rubber band effect. So have them stay tight and focused. So drill 1, we'll say power line, go to the power V. And they'll do it again. Power line, eccentric upper half, release. Now this is really giving power to what's happening in the upper extremity. Second phase of that, if they're starting to get it, go to a baseball. I mean, I played baseball until I was like 13 years old, but still when I go back to hit a baseball, gotta do some training for it. After a while, these things look massive. Now right now, the player's gonna feel their body getting a little tired, the legs getting tired, the upper half's gonna feel really pulled and worked out. Baseball, eccentric power line, release. It's about how you also deliver it to your athlete. So use terms such as cracking your wrist, back crossing the deltoid, release. And then have them go through for this circuit here. Power line, release. Eccentric, release. Now right now I have to be super focused, and it's actually really tiring and hot. Sorry to all the players that have to still do this stuff. Just kidding, it's a lot of fun. But make sure you keep them focused. It's tiring. My upper half is like really feeling pulled right now, but that's what you want to feel when you're going up to bat. You want to literally split your body into two. That comes down to muscle movement and science. That's CUDIT concentric hitting. Last phase of this circuit, you're going to have your player now take their bat. This is such an old school bat, and I will never get rid of it. The original Rocket Tech, baby. Yeah, you kids don't know about this. Now, have them choke up on their bat. This all of a sudden on phase 3 of this CUDIT concentric hitting circuit, working on isolation and hand-eye work, is going to seem easy to them. Make sure that they choke up on this so they feel in control and they get used to feeling their bat again, and then slowly they can work their hands down. Slowly they can stand into the next progression of this circuit without the yoga ball. All right, so you're going to have your player start an eccentric upper half, aka the power line, aka the top half, in separation. Sounds super smart. Here we go. Eccentric, power line, release. Again, eccentric, also my core. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Release. And just use terms, like real powerful terms, dramatic terms. Crack your wrist. Hit from your back shoulder. Whip your shoulder with that upper half. You know, put like a legitimate body part to it. Versus throw your hand, drop your back hit. Like literally be really detailed with what you're looking for. And that's going to have the player treat it completely different. Last but not least, whoa, eccentric, and they'll go through all the way, release, all right? So that's a CUDIT circuit for you. For this, all the tools you need, counter team, yoga ball, and skinny bat. Those links are below to get this circuit. From here, to be honest with you, just kick away the ball, and then have your player start putting it together. So their upper half is treated with the utmost respect, the utmost detail, and have them understand this has to be pulled back. Too often you see players just going right to the ball, but you have to have that level of separation on the upper half. All right, that's how we train, that's how we play now, end of story. Learn more, GoCUDIT.com. All my CUDIT coaches out there, this is one of the awesome circuits that we could do in so many different ways. Again, concept is hand-eye and isolation, targeting that upper half. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching the videos, and hope to help somebody out there. Ciao.